What's going on, my little freebies? I hope you guys are having a wonderful day today. Today we are playing a game called The Longest Walk. Now, this game really caught my eye because it is a personal biography that the developer created about their father's journey of living with depression. And as somebody that has gone through and still goes through depression from time to time, this hit me and I felt like I just needed to play it. So if you guys need to let anything off your chest, please feel free to leave it down in the comments below, and feel free to reach out to somebody. Reach out to a friend, a family member, seek help. It's all you can do. But we are getting into the game today. This is just like a walking simulator type game, going through the stories. Oh, there's smoke. Go towards the smoke.
I felt anxious, so anxious that I was burning. My heart was beating really fast. I couldn't sleep. I got tireder and tireder because I couldn't sleep, because I was worrying, and I was worry. I've let my family down. Everyone's going to suffer because I'm no good. Everybody who relied on me, it was a false reliance. I was a fake.
I already feel this a lot.
I worried even more about what financial disaster I'd put in my family. So anxiety, nervous, energy burning off, lack of sleep. I remember vividly curling up in a ball in the living room floor. Howling, not even crying, howling, seeing how shit I was. Yeah, I felt so bad. That's all I could do. I just wanted to be taken away from it.
I'm already feeling a lot of the things he said. A few years ago, I had actually lost one of my cousins to suicide. And it was a rough time to go through. I through the years of dealing with it myself, I have learned my ways of getting out of it and finding my way out of it. And for me, that way is through music. But jeez, there's a lot of people that don't, and
was wrong when I was driving back from school,
and it breaks my heart.
And I knew this wasn't right.
What happened to these cars?
It was a build-up of stress in work and expectations of work, and then finding that I couldn't do it. I wasn't alone. Other people were struggling with it, but I just thought, I can't do this. Why? What's wrong with me? Why can't I do it? I'm a failure. I knew I was stressed. I didn't know I was depressed, and I think it just got worse after that point. There was no stopping it.
That's kind of the thing too.
The feelings of negativity about not being good enough. I couldn't stop it.
When people are in a
the
depression,
whole thing made me feel
they don't actually think they are.
So I didn't want to meet anyone. I didn't want to speak to anyone. I was so worthless that there's no point in, I shouldn't be indulging in my hobbies, which I love, my cycling and my books. I couldn't do that. I could see, and now I can, that these are the sort of things I should have kept doing. I should have kept in contact with people. I should have gone out on my bike. I should have gone to the cinema. I should have done this. I just had to hide because it was an embarrassment, and I was a worthless human being. And all the things that laterally I know is how you deal with it, I couldn't.
It's so like, it's very hard to listen to this and not feel like what he's going through as I've gone through it. Just, I need to take breaks. I need to take moments.
Finding a way to kill myself that nobody would get hurt with. If I didn't want to jump in front of a train in case the train driver had to suffer stroke. I didn't want to hang yourself in the forest because some kid might find you. But I didn't want to kill myself. But I did. It was not a drama thing. It wasn't, oh, attention, I want to kill myself. It was, I'm a useless piece of shit. And I'm no good to anyone. Everybody would be better off without me. Which didn't make sense. Now, I see it doesn't make sense, but I was so desperate. I was so down. I could understand why people would do it. And I was so numb that I could feel that people in my position then I could see how they could do it. But unfortunately I knew I couldn't because of my family. There's no way. Even though I was suffering and I was hating it, and I was absolutely hating myself, I would have never done that to my family.
Jeez.
I remember a run, actually being on the beach at King's Banks, thinking, because I was away from you all and I was having me time, then I reflected, what a fucking great life I had, this is brilliant, I love my family and this is great, I can do this.
I'm trying not to be quiet, but
did a lot of things on his own, and I think when you're giving time to other people as your job, you sometimes a wee bit of time yourself without being too selfish.
I don't wanna talk over the narration of this because it's.
But as soon as I got out there and into my stride, which I'm not a great runner, but into my stride, the head would clear. And then you could just enjoy the experience. You hear the birds, you listen to the sea crashing in, you feel tactile the sand, and the experience of doing that sort of thing. So I could enjoy the surroundings.
It's
but yeah, at the start.
So hard to comment on this.
Rush, because it's all was about timetabling, and at the end, yeah, more relaxed. I know that I've had these issues. I'm hopeful I won't have them again. I can't tell if I'm going to have them or not. I don't know what's going to kick in. You know, I didn't think I'd get it after the second time. But then I went back in that position of responsibility and I had a trigger there.
It comes out of nowhere.
I knew things were happening. I knew that I didn't want to be ill. And I knew that I should be doing certain things and doing all these different techniques, but I couldn't stop that. And that was also a frustrating thing, that to have this experience of 2 big episodes and then the third one to come again and know and be aware, because I was awareness of triggers and stresses, and because I couldn't get a grip with that made it worse. And for the second and third episodes I got better at dealing with it and saying, well, I can't do anything about it, I'm ill. If I had a broken leg and I was in a plaster, it's obvious. Because I've got a broken head, it's not obvious to see that I'm ill. I think the last time I was ill was so much quicker. Because I did get the grip. I would like to think I'm a better person for it. It was a good thing. It was a horrible thing, but it was a good thing. And that it made me reflect on what was important. The family was more important than anything else. What other people think doesn't matter, apart from the ones close to you. And work is important, but hey, it's a job, and getting that balance right, and that's what was wrong.
Work-life balance, it's
Boys,
a real thing.
I don't know that we talked about, and I think they weren't fully aware of just how seriously a lot was, which is brilliant because we're too young to deal with that at the time. But that's good to talk about now. I hope they know that if anything like that happens to them, then they understand it. Well, it's happened to their dad, so, and he's still here and he's still okay, I hope. And and yeah, that if it happens to their friends and that happens to people they love, that they'll have insight into to know that people need help.
That was incredibly touching, very deep, very heavy. Like I was saying earlier, I myself have deal with depression. It comes and goes. It's one of those things where like you fall into it and then like you don't realize you're in it, but then you start seeing the signs of becoming lethargic and pulling away from friends and family and people that you get along with really well and that make you feel happy inside, and you stop doing your activities, hobbies, playing games, doing puzzles, crafting, whatever it might be, and like you don't realize you're in it until it's almost too far in it. And it's very heavy. It's heavy on your head, it's heavy on your heart, and it just, if you need help, please reach out to somebody. In the description there will be hotlines you can call. There will be the website that was displayed here in the game, along with other forms of help if you have those thoughts or if you just need somebody to talk to. Like I said, 5 years ago now, I had lost a cousin to depression, to suicide, and I still think about her every day, and it sucks because I never got the chance to say goodbye, never got the chance to talk with her one last time, and that's something that will always weigh on me and that I'll never forget about. And sometimes that does play into me falling into that depression. It just, beautiful game. Absolutely love it. This game is out on Steam. If you guys want to play it and go through it and hear it for yourself one more time, replay the video or go play it yourself. Absolutely amazing, incredible game, and we need to get rid of that stigma on depression, and that's why a lot of people don't talk about it, is because there's a stigma of like, you can't see the illness, so the illness is not there. And that's wrong. It's 100% wrong. It's one of those things where by demeanor, by how a person is acting, that you can kind of pick up those signs of them being in that. And be there for people that are going through it. Just be there for your friends that might be going through it. Be there for yourself if you're going through it. It gets better. It gets better. It always gets better. As dark as it may seem, there's always one shred of light. There's always that one shred of light. So please remember that. Hug your loved ones. Tell them you love them. The message, the story of it, it's really good. And then this picture is just heartbreaking. And I'm very proud of this guy for seeking help and getting the help he needs. There's so many thoughts running through my head right now. And it just, I think I needed this. I think I needed this today. This is a great game.